Thanks, Judy. Okay, so I love making cakes in the stack cooker because it's so fast and easy, and that's a faster way to get to the dessert, right? We want to have dessert early. We want to have it fast. We don't want to wait 45 minutes or an hour for it to be in the oven and then have to cool down, right? So I love cooking with our stack cooker and making cakes. Typically, we use the cone insert, right, with the 3-quart casserole. And we'll put the cone on the inside bundt cakes in about 10 minutes. Any cake mix with whatever the package says, 10 minutes typically, depending on your microwave, you have a bundt cake in your stack cooker. Fast, delicious, easy, right? But if you want to step up your cake game and make it look extra fancy, you can make a cake in your stack cooker and turn it into 3 layers. And you don't have to cut the slices. They will actually be in 3 layers already. So here's what you do. You take a traditional cake box and you make it just like the it says on the backs, right? 3 eggs, your oil, and your oil and your water, right? And you mix it up in your whip and mix or your Power Chef or your fix and mix bowl, whatever you like to mix your cakes in. And your cake mix is typically like a 4-cup. It usually makes anywhere from like 3.5 to 4 cups worth of batter. So all you're going to do is measure out about 1 cup and 1/3 of batter into each layer, right? So we have the 3-quart casserole. So you're going to put your batter down in there, that 1 cup, 1 1/3 cup. And then you're going to take the center piece and you put your batter in that, and then in the cover, and you're actually going to invert the cover or flip it over and put your batter right on top. So when you put it in the microwave, you're going to stack all 3 of them on top of each other like this, with the batter in each layer, and cook it for about 8 to 10 minutes. You want to start with a lower number and work your way up because you have less batter. You don't want to overcook it, right? So start with about 8 minutes and work your way up, just depending on your microwave, right? So now you've let them cool, and you're just going to take your silicone and you're going to see, look, this is the top layer. Look how it comes clean right out of the top, right? And you're going to put it onto your cake taker base. And I've already got 2 layers going. I've already put my first layer here on the bottom, and I've already removed the second layer here and put frosting in between the layers. And then you're going to take the 3rd piece, which I have here, and you're just going to flip it over. Look at that, comes right out. Lay it on top of your other 2 layers. And this is carrot cake, by the way. I was in the mood for carrot cake. And since it's at my house, I get to make whatever flavor cake I want, right? So we have carrot cake here, and I've already frosted. So that's my 2nd layer of frosting. And then we'll just take the rest of the frosting, which I just did a cream cheese frosting. And what I like to do to avoid crumbs is to put a big pile of frosting right on the top center. And what you do is you work your way from the center to the edge, and you'll get a little less crumbs, right? If you put a little bit of your frosting and you try to move it around, you're going to pick up crumbs and drag them all around. So I like to put a lot of frosting right in the center middle and then just work my way out, kind of flooding it. And that way you won't pick up any crumbs. You're just going to work it all the way from the center down. And then you'll have a beautifully iced 3-tier cake you made in 10 minutes. How fancy could you be for everybody's birthday, right? Even Tupperware's birthday. So that's your 3-tier cake in a stack cooker, made in 10 minutes. But you have to have something to drink when you have cake, right? And what better to have at a birthday party than some punch? And I want to show you a fun little party trick that I like to do at all of our parties when we have punch. I use my chip and dip bowl, because what more beautiful piece of Tupperware could you put a big, pretty punch in than our beautiful chip and dip bowl? And with punch, of course, you want to pick your favorite juice that you like to have in your punch. It could be a fruit punch. It could be, I have white cranberry peach because I thought that'd be very refreshing for the summer. So you're just going to pour that into your chip and dip bowl. And of course, you want a little bit of bubbly in your punch. So you're going to put some ginger ale, whatever your favorite ginger ale is. And I like to refrigerate it the day of, so that way when I serve it, it's already kind of chilled. And you're going to put your ginger ale in your punch. Look how much the chip and dip bowl holds for punch. You will not have to go back and refill and refill and refill. It holds quite a bit of punch. So almost 4 liters of liquid in there, right? And here's the really fun party trick. Everybody's going to think you're super fancy. You're going to bust out your gel ring mold. And because we're having a peach cranberry punch, I took some frozen peaches and I filled my gel ring mold with some frozen peaches and then added a little bit of some peach juice and water. And I froze it for several hours today. And I put it on the counter while we were chit-chatting, and it started to defrost and it pulled away from the top. But if I need it to go faster, I can just lift up this center seal and it'll fall right down onto this bottom seal. And then all you're going to do is, as it's sitting on your bottom seal, you're going to slide it into your punch bowl. And voila, I don't know if you guys can see, there we go, our beautiful peach ring in the middle of our punch bowl. It'll keep your punch nice and cold. You can even do a sherbet and it'll foam up really pretty. The kids really love that. And I love using a ladle to scoop it up. So I'll put that right in the center there so everybody can ladle out their beverage into their cup. But I have one more party trick for you. You want to get extra fancy with your decorations, like Vonnie's table, make it super fancy. You're going to want to get a little stack of napkins, okay? And of course, the little stack of napkins would be really pretty just resting on the table, right? Because these are festive. But if you want people to be able to grab them easier, you could fan them out. And I'm going to show you a little trick. You're going to take your napkins, you're going to lay them in your hand just like this. You're going to take your other hand, and you're going to make it into a fist, and you're going to kind of rotate it like this, like you're flexing or, I don't know, stretching out your wrist. And you're going to lay it on top, and you're just going to twist your arm around and around like that. Look what's happening to my napkins. Isn't that so pretty? All right, so that's one side, but I want to do it on the other side. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to keep going. And look how pretty that little bar trick. You have a beautiful fanned out napkin display, so everybody can grab their napkin easily on the corner. And there are your party tricks and festive, delicious 3-tier cake for your parties.